What's good, everybody? It's your man's Ken Jackson, and hey, we're live tonight. I think. If not, it will be. So anyway, election's over, and let's see what's going on here. I don't see my live here. Uh, Election time is over. Donald Trump has won, and whether we like it or not, he's the president elect. Uh, so what we're not going to do, we're not going to start an insurrection on January 6th. Let's see. I'm waiting for the SpaceX launch so I can go outside and watch it tonight in about 30 minutes. So I'm going to make this quick. But anyway, back back to the subject at hand. Uh, as everybody knows, Donald Trump is the new president elect, so he's going back to the White House. It was a hard fight. Kamala did very well, actually, for the 100 and something odd days she had to prepare a campaign and execute. So I'm not mad at her. You know, she did her thing, uh, and unfortunately came up short. So we got what we got, uh, mostly thanks to you, uh, young black men and young Latino men who felt like you couldn't support a woman. Uh, so you decided to vote against your best interests. Let me explain something to you because I hear this so much. Uh, I hear these clowns talking about when Donald Trump was last in office, their paychecks were fatter. You know, and Donald Trump gave us a stimulus check. Well, first of all, your paychecks were a little fatter, but that was because of the economy that was left behind by Barack Obama. You see, Donald Trump inherited a booming economy, and then he fucked it all up. And this is what Joe Biden inherited when he took office, a fucked up economy that was great until Donald Trump fucked it all up. And I know a lot of you don't want to believe that, but that's true. That's how it happened. That's how it works. Usually, whatever a president does while they're in office doesn't take effect until the second term, if they get a second term. But definitely within the next 4 years, you start to feel the effects of the previous 4 years. So that's what that was. Our prices are sky high now because of tariffs that Donald Trump put into effect when he was in office. And that's just the facts. But it's neither here nor there because he's back in the Oval Office or will be back in the Oval Office on January 6th. And what we're not going to do is start an insurrection because we lost. What we're not going to do is spend the next 4 years crying that the elections were rigged and Kamala lost because Donald Trump cheated. We're not going to do that. We're going to take our loss, standing up on our own 2 feet, and we're going to get through these next 4 years, and hopefully next election, if we have a next election, uh, we will have another shot at getting control of the country back, and then spending the next 4+ years fixing what we're about to have all fucked up. So that's that. Anyway, and don't get me wrong, I'm not bitter at all. I'm very happy because, one, we already live in the greatest country on the planet. See, America is already great, regardless of our troubled past, our troubled history. America is a great experiment that we all take part in. And far from perfect as we are, but a lot of progress has been made since day one of this experiment we call democracy. And we're not even a true democracy, we're actually a democratic republic. So, and you have to look that up to understand what that exactly means. I'm not going to go through the definitions of that here right now. Um, but anyway, uh, we have a system in place that works for the most part, whether we like the outcome or not. Um, you win some, you lose some. When you lose, you pick yourself up, shake it off, get prepared for the next go round, and you try again. So don't be sad, y'all. Don't be gloomy. Just roll your sleeves up and get ready for the next one. Until then, we have to do everything we can, though, to keep this country together. We have to do everything we can to support the right moves that Donald Trump may or may not make and fight against the wrong moves he may or may not make. Um, who knows? He may turn out to be great. We don't know. We can only go on what he said thus far, which ain't nothing good for any of us. This is why I don't understand why you black men and Latino men supported him so strongly. Latino dudes, he's gonna deport your asses. He said that. You're out of here. You just voted yourselves out of here. And black men, yo, trying to make you slaves again. With all the bullshit rhetoric that they threw out there, immigrants aren't coming into this country and raping and pillaging and killing. Most violent crimes in this country are committed by American born citizens. Most illegal aliens don't come across the southern border. They actually fly in and then overstay their visas. They come legally at first and then just stay beyond their legal allowed time. So you basically voted against your best interests because your head was filled with a bunch of bullshit from these MAGA freaks that are now in charge of our government. And I want you to think about that. So all you clowns talk about you've done the research and this and that. If you've done the research, there's no way you could have voted for Donald Trump because he's been a failure all his life. He's been a grifter and a con man. Okay, he hates veterans. He's a draft dodging coward. Nobody in his entire bloodline has ever served this country. He's defrauded American people out of billions of dollars. He's a racist. Yes, he is. And he has a track record to prove it. Um, remember the Muslim ban? Remember the Central Park Five, which he still hasn't apologized to after they've been fully exonerated? Um, he's a sexual predator, 34-time convicted felon. But you idiots gave him the keys to the White House and the nuclear codes. He claims not to be a friend of Russia, Don't you even realize this motherfucker married two Russian women? I mean, they weren't Russian nationals, but they were two Eastern Bloc women. Remember Ivana and his current wife Melania? They're both from Eastern Europe, formerly the Soviet Union. So, oh, and another thing, back in the 80s when he went bankrupt, it was Russian oligarchs that bailed his ass out, that gave him money to keep his head above water after he conned New York City uh, out of building contracts and shit like that. This dude bankrupted a casino. How the fuck do you bankrupt a casino? Think about that. Casino ain't nothing but a cash machine. But he bankrupted a casino, destroyed Atlantic City when I was a kid. Thank God they got his ass out of there. It took Atlantic City damn near 30 years to recover from Donald Trump. Um, but in any case, he's our president elect, and we have to hope and pray that he does right by the country. I have my doubts. I do have my doubts. But I'm going to do everything I can to hold his ass and the rest of his MAGA cronies accountable, as well as the Democrats, as well as the independents. I'm going to work my ass off to hold all of these politicians accountable, no matter what party affiliation they're with. So we got what we got, and whatever happens is going to happen. There's nothing we can do about it as of yet. So hang in there, people. I hope that I'm wrong. I pray that I'm wrong. And if I turn out to be wrong, I'll be the first one to say, you know what? I was wrong. Don't count on me being wrong. It's about to be fucked up the next 4 years. Believe that. All right. I'm your man, Ken Jackson. This is the Ken Jackson Experience. Watch me live Sunday, 9 p.m. right here on YouTube, Crazy Baby TV World. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost you a dime. This new year coming up, we are going hard. Hopefully, we're going hard because Donald Trump just may shut us all down. He may shut down every podcast that doesn't speak highly of him. He already said he's shutting down the news media that he doesn't like. Um, and oh man, there's so much junk he said. So get ready, y'all. Get ready for the shenanigans and the fuckery. All right. All right, I'm out. See you Sunday night, 9 p.m. right here, Crazy Baby TV World. Peace.